yeah, from talk to talk. Current affairs and that. Something I keep reading and hearing about is police shootings. That's like one of the most major trending topics that I seem to see or hear or read about. And then what's become, so that's kind of being pushed out as a racial matter in terms of police mostly shooting black people, getting away with it. Another thing that's also being drawn to my attention is to do with this election campaign stuff. There's actually now a subject of ethnic minorities being less likely to vote. So there's basically a lot of reference to some type of racism still going on, which we know it still exists. I personally feel, in terms of racism, I feel, well, what I've come to learn is that every single race was put on this planet for a reason and to make a difference, and we should be really like taking and learning from each other. But what I've learned, white people were very interested in black people, the culture, the way of life, because a lot of black things have been adopted, whether it's the dress code, whether it's swag, whether it's the music, a lot of things. The problem is, another thing I've learned, because I pass things on as I've learned them, I can't say I made it like that, but another thing I've learned is everybody wants to be black until it's time to be black. And it's like, okay, and what that means is that they want the cool bits of being black, like, yeah, the swag, the dance, the bum, the this, the that. But when it's time for persecution, nobody wants to be persecuted. Nobody wants to have to live with what the struggle that person goes through, being turned down for jobs, being looked upon funny, you know. But I feel, I don't know, where I'm from, South London, it's not really that bad in terms of racism personally from my experiences, but the law and certain things has been set up a certain way. Anyway, what the politics was debating to do with the politics and racial things, to me, that's like, I personally don't vote, because my first question would be, what am I voting for? I personally don't believe in the system. I think everything's a lie. They only tell you what they want you to hear. There's so many secrets behind closed doors. I think the whole system's set up to, what's the word? When people are used, and like, it's a scapegoat system. So there can't be no rich people if there's no poor people. So how are we going to create the divide? Well, in order to create the divide, we've got to create a separation. And so what's happened is, like, black people become smarter, knowledgeable, and learn and trained, and, you know, become more career based and driven, and we can earn more money. But in doing so, the other side have had to say, okay, they're actually catching up and catching on, and they're getting money now. Okay, well, we've got to start closing some doors. And so in terms of politics, the doors are always going to be against a lot of us. So, and that's the honest of the truth. But my time's, you know, ticking. I know I don't want to bore no one, but any opinions, any comments, please feel free to throw them up, cause this is what we're trying to get to the bottom of. Not that I think even debating's even solving anything, but hey, everything's worth a try. Peace.